So we're gonna look at a speed triangle. Now physics is full of word equations that describe how to calculate one measurement if you know the two others. Most of them can be drawn up in a magic triangle. So I have this magic triangle with my scientist, and we're looking at speed, so we have to know distance, time to figure out speed. Now, if you cover up one of the measurements you're trying to work out, you'll be left with the equation you need. To find out the quantity at the top, you just multiply the two at the bottom. And if you want to know one of these at the bottom, you do the top divided by one at the bottom to find the missing one that you don't quite know. So we're going to try a couple examples real quick with some questions. So I have one, and it says calculate the speed of a meteor that travels 200 kilometers in just 5 seconds, okay? Because meteors go fast. So we have to look at what do we know. We know the equation. Well, first, we're trying to figure out the speed. It tells us on there that we are trying to find the speed right here. Okay, that's our goal. So what do we know? We know the distance. The distance is 200 kilometers. Okay, we have that down. Then we also know the time. The time is 5 seconds. And we see that distance divided by time will give us the speed, okay? So I just go distance divided by time to get speed. I would write out the 200 divide, 200, let me make sure I have my kilometers. I always write my units because scientists, we have to have that. That's km. And then I'm going to divide that by the 5 seconds on here. So divided by 5 seconds, okay? How do we figure that out? Well, let's do the calculator real quick. I would go 200 divided by 5, and that gives me 40. That means that that meteor is traveling at a speed of 40, and I keep my units, kilometers per second. Okay, that's a fast-moving meteor. Let's try another problem. We're going to do 4 examples total. Please watch the entire video so that you get the best information. Another one says, while searching for nectar, a hummingbird travels 5 meters from one flower to the next in just 0.33 seconds. How fast does the hummingbird travel? That's the question. So what do I know? Let's go through it again. I see that we have a distance here of 5 meters. So the distance is 5 meters. What else do I know? I know the time. It's right there in seconds, 0.33 seconds. What I don't know is the speed. And what do we say? It says distance divided by time will give me the speed. So I have the distance of 5 meters, okay? I will write that out. 5 meters, and it says divided by time. So I'm gonna divide that, because I have to follow the formula, divide that by the time of 0.33 seconds. And I put the S for seconds on there as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring out my calculator again, and I'm going to go 5 divided by 0.33, divided by 0.33, and then boom. I have a continuing number 15.15 continuing. I just want you to round to the nearest hundredth to get your answer down. So the hummingbird is traveling about 15.15 meters per second, okay? On average from one flower to the next. Hummingbirds go pretty fast, all right? Let's try another one. And if I keep going down, it says, how long would it take you to walk 15 meters at a speed of 1.5 meters per second? So let's look at what we know this time. It might be a little different than we're used to. Again, we know the distance of 15 meters, but what else do we know? We also know the speed. It says It says 1.5 meters per second, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to look at my formula, and it says, whoa, sorry, this thing kind of popped up. Distance divided by speed. If I look at my magic triangle, distance divided by speed will give me the time, because I don't know the time. When it says how long would it take you, you know that's asking you for the time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my equation now. I'm gonna take my 15 meters, and it says to divide that by the speed. So I'm gonna use my division by the speed, and the speed was 1.5 meters per second. And how do I solve this? Well, let's go through it. Let's use our calculator. 15 divided by 1.5 equals 10. So my answer is 10 seconds because it's asking how long it would take. And for advanced knowledge, you see how we have the two m's for meters? If you do a multiplier, the dividing, they cancel, the m's cancel out. So I go 15 divided by 1.5 seconds. That's how I get 10 seconds. So it would take 10 seconds for you to walk 15 meters at a speed of 1.5 meters per second, okay? Last one I'm gonna do an example of. It says at a rate of 2 meters per second, how many meters could a projectile travel in 1 minute, okay? So if I see this and I see it's meters per second, I'm gonna know, well, how many seconds are in a minute? So I know there's 60 seconds in a minute. That'll help me a lot. So one thing I do know is I know the speed, okay? Because it says 2 meters per second, okay? I'm gonna circle that. What else I know is I know the time, okay? The time is 1 minute. 1 minute is also known as 60 seconds. So if I scroll down here, speed multiplied by time will give me the distance. So I will do my speed. I'm gonna use my colors. I like to use the colors. 2 meters per second, okay? And then I traveled for, well, 60 seconds, right? It's 1 minute. So let me just scroll this up. And if you go back up there, speed multiplied by time will give me the distance. So what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna multiply by the 60 seconds. 60 seconds. And what's 2 times 60? You know that. It's 120, okay? 120 meters. So that's how far it would go because these little s's cancel out. So at a rate of 2 meters per second, how many meters could a projectile travel in 1 minute or 60 seconds? It's gonna go 120 meters. Hopefully this video helped you out. Use it before you watch or do the assignment, and good luck, and may the force be with you.